Great. You're all right for this afternoon, then? Oh, about 1 o'clock outside, eh? Yeah. Yeah, leave the car at home. Because you'll never get it through, love. Yeah. Yeah. You know, you're gonna have to go. Yeah. Look, I've got to go now, love. I'll see you later on, eh? Okay, bye.
Gloria?
Liz.
I thought her name was Gloria.
Well, she's what, Larry? Traded her in.
You're seeing her this afternoon, are you?
Yeah, we're going down the fair.
You've seen Ken Ridgway, have you?
No, why?
Well, he said not to let you go without seeing him.
What's he want, do you know?
Guess.
Oh, no, not this
Well,
afternoon.
you know how we're fixed.
I thought he had all the specials coming in.
Well, there's 2 on them cried off already. Not enough, he says.
Look, you haven't seen me, all right?
For Alston Police. Yes, sir.
I'm just not doing it. It's as simple as that.
Don't tell me, Fred. Tell Ken.
I will.
Oh, yeah?
Flaming specials. Hamilton out at the Palace.
I don't knock 'em. We need 'em.
Yeah, and when you need 'em most, they're not there, are they?
You like that, Fred? She'll understand. Ollie. Hello, Ollie.
Harry?
How's the wife? Any better?
Oh, fine now, thanks. Over to sisters.
Oh, best place for her. Fair day. Hell on wheels here today.
Right, fall in. Now, you've all done fair day duty before, so you know what's in front of you. The entire centre of the town has been sealed off as usual, and it'll stop that way, at least until the procession reaches the showground. Alternative routes have been clearly signposted, but knowing the mentality of the average motorist, nobody's going to take no notice, so they're bound to be snarl-ups. It'll be one of your jobs to try and sort them out as best you can, keep the traffic moving, all right? Yeah. Right. One final thing, use a bit of discretion. It is Carnival Day and you aren't the KGB. At the same time, let's have a bit of give and take. We want everybody to enjoy themselves, not just the lunatic fringe. There's nothing very enjoyable about getting water down the back of your neck or a flower bomb down your best suit. So, like I say, bit of discretion. Same time, no nonsense. And if someone a bit more serious does crop up, get hold of a regular officer and over to him, all right? Right. Any questions?
You want me, Sarge?
See to these for me, will you, Harry?
Thanks.
You're welcome. Right, Pooley. Oh, hang on a minute. Mickey, Smithy back from hospital yet?
No, I shouldn't think he's even got there yet, Sarge. When I come through, there were a tailback nearly as far as the motorway.
That baby of his is becoming part of our lives.
Yeah.
Right, Pooley. How you fix this afternoon, then?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I can't help you this afternoon.
Just till tea time, you can see how we're fixed.
I can't, Sarge.
Can't or won't.
I can't. I've already made arrangements.
Right. Well, I can't twist your arm. I'll just have to try not to remember, won't I? Next time you need a favour.
Oh, come on, Sarge. I've already done 12 hours over this week.
We
you know.
all have, Pooley. Hadn't anybody told you we're under strength? Sergeant Ridgway? Yes, madam.
on now, lads.
What's the matter?
Come back next year, eh? Year after that.
What do you mean?
Look, if I could, I would, know what I mean? But they're cracking down, you know? Liable to drop in any time. Especially Fair Day.
I don't know what you're talking about. Do you know what he's talking about?
I've got no idea what he's talking about. 2 pints of keg, please.
Look, how old are you, eh?
18. We wouldn't be in here if we weren't, would we? I mean, it's against the law, isn't it?
Come on now, lads.
Are you saying as you don't believe us?
I don't think he believes us, Snat.
Don't you?
Just has to be careful, though, don't you? I mean, we are very young, looking for our age, aren't we?
Pity we didn't bring our birth certificates with us, really. Could have saved everybody a lot of trouble. I mean, it's the last thing you want is that, isn't it? Trouble.
All for yourself, eh?
Just 2 pints then, all right? No more after that.
Are them 2 pints for them?
That's right.
Their age, they're not a day over 16 either on them.
Look, Janice, I've not got time. Know what I mean? Shift some of them glasses for me, will you? Sorry, me duck. You know what the traffic's like, Fair Day?
So do you. Couldn't you set off a bit earlier?
Couldn't get away, we were up the eyes.
I wouldn't have bothered.
Come on now.
Come on yourself. Nothing really changes you, does it? Inside hospital or out.
Brought you a present.
Thanks.
How's your blood pressure?
You don't help it. Down a bit.
Does that mean you can come out?
Up to the specialist. I seen him this afternoon.
I've missed you.
Surprised you noticed.
Give us a ring if he says you can come out and I'll pick you up. Fed up, are you, me doc?
Fed up with nurses, plain green walls, women's magazines. How's the fair going?
Yeah, much as usual.
I miss it. First time.
One good reason for being in here.
Miserable.
Yeah, it's more trouble than it's worth.
I don't agree with you. People need a dab of colour in their lives. People lead very dull lives.
It's all right for you. You'd have to find the coppers to cover it.
Bad as that, is it?
I'll tell you, one of these days, the local villains is going to find out just how thin we are on the ground sometimes. Then there's going to be the biggest bloody crime wave this town's ever seen.
Are you satisfied now, eh?
You shut up.
You'd have refused them in the first place.
Same thing at other. There's some trouble, is there?
Just 8 of our best glasses.
The lads, were it? Lads?
2 lads come running out just now.
We've no idea who it were. Oh, and we were both in the best room, you know. You know what it's like? Fair Day, run off our feet. We had a crash, like. Found this. Still, no real harm done, I suppose.
Except to the glasses.
Well, you got a pretty good look at them. Like to make a complaint.
Oh, no. I mean, you expect the food breakages, don't you? Fair Day. Well, I'll go and get a shot.
And Regina. Afternoon, Sergeant.
Love.
How are you?
I don't know. I don't know, 1,000. One more.
Cheers.
Oh, you... No, thank
Rhubarb wine's very popular. Yeah?
Rhubarb?
Rhubarb to you.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Don't get very much, do you?
Oh, well, it's for tasting, you know.
Is it free then?
For tasting, yes.
2, please.
Well, which one would you like to try?
Which one's the strongest?
Well, the rhubarb wine's very nice.
Go on then.
Do you like it?
It's all right. I'd rather have a pint of bitter.
Gracious!
Sweet!
Can't take it.
And you got anything else?
The apple?
Go on, I'll try that.
And me, come on.
Let's have a bit more.
That's all you get. Oh, no,
Oh, big Jordan, it's coming straight through at me.
Hey, Fred.
Hello, Alec. How are you? All right. Liz Gray, Alec Richards.
Hello?
Pleased to meet you. How you got a mate, Fred?
Oh, what's up?
What's them two over there?
Well, the kids, you mean?
You know them.
I can't say I do. Why?
Well, I called in the railway on my way up. They'd been in there. Well, they over 16, I know.
It's about the time I had my first one, that Alec.
But they've been a bit of trouble in there. Somebody knocked the table over, half a dozen glasses smashed.
And it were them, you mean?
Well, I didn't say it were, but then he wouldn't, would he?
Why not?
Not if he'd been serving them underage.
It happens, doesn't it, Alec? And if the licensee's not prepared to make a complaint, forget it.
There'll be trouble with them two before the day's out. It's written all over them.
You reckon, dear?
Well, Sergeant Ridgway said as how we should mention it, you know, if we saw anything like
Yeah, I see,
regular
I
officer.
see, Alec. Yeah, okay then. Okay, but you see, off duty, you see.
I just thought I'd mention it.
Say it again then.
Well, the wine's only for tasting.
Go on then, don't be mean. That's nice.
Problems?
Oh, no, no. No problems.
Just tasting the wine, officer.
You were down the railway. How old are you, son?
Why?
Well, bit young for this, aren't you?
Let's go, Dan. Come on. Dan.
Is he one of yours?
No, he's a special constable. You know, a part-time copper, acting unpaid. It's a social event of the year for the Specialties Fair Day, you know. They get the uniforms on and they direct the traffic.
A little bit of brief authority.
Hey, Den, look at this.
Right.
Interested in trains, are you, lad?
Yeah. Anything as moves, really.
Did you build it yourself?
Sure.
How long did it take you?
Oh, about 6 months.
Right.
Anything wrong, officer?
Nothing to do with you, sir, thank you.
Oh, something to do with us all, surely. Oh, we aren't living in a police state. Or are we?
I was just keeping an eye on them, sir, that's all.
Surveillance.
Just keeping an eye on them, sir.
Why? Have they done something wrong?
Not yet.
Oh, I see. But they're going to.
It's nothing for you to worry about, sir.
Oh, I can't agree. After all, I'm running the exhibition. You're a special, right?
That's right.
Ah, in that case, don't worry. If they do get me any trouble, I'm sure I know where I can find a policeman. Toy Town coppers.
Well. Fancy meeting you here, Pearlie.
Sarge, Liz Gray, Sergeant Ridgway.
Sergeant?
Liz, did you say?
You're coping all right. You're without me, Sarge?
Hanging on, Pearlie, hanging on.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then.
I look forward to it.
Sergeant Ridgway?
Okay.
Would you like a taste, Sergeant?
Not after the last year, love.
There's been some trouble.
All right, son, tell me what happened.
He hit me. I think it's broken.
Who hit you? You are? Which copper?
Look, I didn't have time to take his number, did I? That's special.
Which special?
Who were it, Benny? Who done you?
That's special. One has been leaning on us.
Right.
Just a minute. For another deceased, are we?
Funny.
Where do you think you're off to?
It's a free country.
You haven't been reading the newspaper, son. Right, down the station, come on.
What am I done?
Well, I don't know, do I? Not till I talk to you.
It's your special you want to talk to, not him.
I'll see you later, when they clean you up a bit. Right, come on.
Everything all right, Sarge?
Yeah, just off down the station. I'll give you a lift, Billy.
Station? What for?
You were on the spot, you picked him up.
Yeah.
I'll be needing a statement.
But, Sarge, I didn't see
Now, look,
anything.
Billy, I'm sorry to spawn your beautiful afternoon off, but a serious allegation's been made against one of our officers. You were on the spot, so I'll be needing you for a statement, right?
What have they broadcast to the parents over the loudspeaker? All right, well, bring her in. We'll find her. No sign of Smithy yet?
Not yet. Last seen stuck in a traffic jam.
How long's Betty in for?
No, it's up to the doctor. Not long, I hope. Doesn't do his temper much good eating out of tins.
Come on. Through there. Be with you in a minute.
Trouble?
Oh, there's a kid on his way over to casualty with a busted nose. He reckons one of the specials did it.
He what?
Yeah, I know.
Well, which one?
Well, that's what I want you to find out. Harry, how many specials have we got on duty around that showground?
I don't know. About 4. Hang on. Yeah, 4. Harris, Wallace, Richard, Sutton.
Right, drop what you're doing, get over there, have a word with them, try and sort something out.
Right.
Sounds a bit dodgy, Sarge.
You busy, Mickey?
No more than usual. What do you want?
Nip over to casualty for me, get a statement from the kid.
Right, what's his name?
I don't know. I have to ask his mate. What's his name, this mate of yours?
Denny.
Denny?
Dennis Bradley.
Right, Sarge.
Roll your own, do you?
Little trick I picked up last time I was on Devil's Island.
What's your name?
Snout. Jimmy Snout.
Drink too, do you? Or just pour it over yourself? I suppose we ought to be grateful, really, shouldn't we?
For what?
You being too young to go out with women gives the rest of us a chance, eh? Where do you live?
Crescent Gardens, 25.
Where's your mate live?
Lower down, 29.
And you went to the fair together, right?
Right.
Right. What happened?
He hit him.
Who hit him?
The special.
How do you know? Did you see him hit him?
You heard what Den said. Why would he say he had if he hadn't?
Why do people say a lot of things?
Denny wouldn't lie to me.
What did he mean about the one who hit him being the one who'd been leaning on him?
He had.
Oh, leaning.
Following us around. You know, the usual bit.
Following you around where?
Everywhere. First the wine tent, then the model trains.
Why would he do that?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps he's kinky.
Cheeking him, were you?
No.
Giving him lip?
No.
Then why would he do it?
Why would he hit him?
We don't know that he did yet. All we've got so far is your mate's word for it. What did he look like, this special?
No, I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, old.
You did see him?
Oh, yeah. But they all look the same, don't they?
Where's the kid now?
Casualty.
Talk to him, have you?
No, he was with the doctor.
Look, Bet.
You're leaving.
Sorry, me duck.
Liar. You've been bored out of your mind this last 10 minutes and you know it. Perhaps you should make a list before you get here the next time. Then we wouldn't run out of things to talk about.
See you tonight, all right? Dennis Bradley.
Yeah?
Detective Sergeant Smith. How are you feeling?
Rotten.
Understandable. Just a couple of questions.
What?
Tell me about it. What happened?
He hit me.
The special constable, right?
That's right.
Where?
In the face.
Ah, where on the showground?
Behind the model railway.
On your own, were you?
I were then. He wouldn't dare have touched me if Snout had been there.
Snout?
My mate.
Where were he?
In the train tent.
Why weren't you with him?
I had been. I'll come out.
How come?
Fresh air.
How'd it happen?
I told you, he just hit me.
Just hit you.
It was his chance. He'd been in our backs all afternoon.
Why?
I told you I don't know.
Oh, God.
Man!
What happened?
What, man?
Didn't I tell you? Eh? One day.
Broadston Police. Oh, hello, Harry. Yeah, I think so. Hang on a minute, will you?
All right, you can go.
Thanks.
Sarge, Harry.
Yes, Harry.
What do you
mean you can't find him? He's got a flat cap and a blue uniform. It can't be that difficult. What about the others? Have they seen him? Now, look. I want that showground scouring for him. If they find him, I want him back here right away. Yeah. Oh, Harry, do you know his address? Yeah, well, on your way home, call in there as well. He might have gone home. Great. Now, one of the specials has gone missing.
Which one?
Alec Richards.
Oh, hi. Hey, he had a word with me, you know. About a couple of kids just before it happened.
Well, them two?
Yeah, it could have been. Tell you the truth, Sarah, I didn't take that much notice.
What do you mean, mentioned it to you?
Drew my attention to it, you
Well,
know.
as potential troublemakers, you mean?
Yeah.
But you having more important things on your mind didn't take much notice.
Weren't that,
Weren't
Sarge?
it, Pooley? Then what were it?
Look, it was something and nothing. That's all.
Did you talk to these kids?
No.
Well, how do you know there were nothing in it?
Look, you know what they're like, Sarge.
They, Pooley?
Specials. They just don't know, do they?
Oh, I see. You mean not being a real copper like you, Alec Richards' opinion didn't count for nothing, is that it?
Look, he was overreacting, Sarge. He was playing up being a copper.
Is that what you told him?
No.
I mean, as an old pro yourself, like?
No.
What did you tell him? I'll tell you what you told him, Pooley. You told him not to bother you. It were your afternoon off and you had your bit of stuff lined up. Tell me something, Pooley. What do you think of specials? I mean, as a breed. What's your professional opinion of their contribution to the force?
They're all right.
Yeah, in their place, answering telephones, running zebra crossings, in car parks. Oh, I agree with you, Pooley. In the best of all possible worlds, we'd be better off with a completely professional force. In the meantime, we need them. Can't do without them. And we should be bloody grateful that they're prepared to give up their days off to come in and help out. I mean, let's face it. It's more than some coppers I can mention would do. Isn't it?
60 miles an hour during the race. Bangers are generally cars that have failed the MOT. They're up to anything up to 50 pounds. There won't be too many of them.
Would you like something to eat,
This
Nick?
afternoon's racing.
No, thanks.
They are not
Some soup?
I'm not hungry, thanks.
no glass there. Really ready for the destruction jobs. We're about to start. They're coming round towards.
Well,
The pace car's off.
Well, what?
you've got to do something. They can't just get away with it.
Away now. Coming up to the start.
Well, is that the way it happened? The way you said?
Oh, God!
Well, was
Oh,
it?
Frank, after what's happened.
Look, Ethel. Policemen don't just come up to you and smack you around the face for no reason.
Look, I've told you what happened. If you want to believe it, believe it. If you don't believe it, please yourself.
Oh, God.
Well,
Ever lost once in 5 years of racing are in the lead.
What do you mean, vanished?
Well, we've been scouring the showground for him, not a sign.
You tried his home?
Harry's over there now.
What about the old man? You put him in the picture?
Not yet.
How come? Bound to be a complaint from the parents. Even if there isn't, we just can't let it go.
Well, I wanted to hear what Richards had to say first. I mean, we're still not sure, aren't we?
Just about all we need. Town's one flaming great traffic jam, centres full of drunks. Now this. Professor Letus with a knife and fork.
Well,
Well, one of the neighbours reckons she saw him go in about half hour since. I were knocking for about 10 minutes. I couldn't raise anybody.
No, haven't you, Harry?
Or just casually, you know.
What's he like?
A decent enough lad. Quiet, married, couple of kids. I just don't believe it.
is he on the phone?
Well, I must have got his number somewhere.
Well, try ringing him.
Mrs. Bradley, isn't it?
I want to know what you're going to do about it. About this attack on my son.
Nobody there, Sarge.
This pub, the one Richard said there was some trouble.
Burton Janice's place, Sarge.
Now what?
Present for you, Sarge, from Casualty.
Oh, yeah?
Young Bradley's coat, we left it.
So?
Well, they had to go through it, find out who it belonged to, like. Found this in the inside pocket.
See you later.
Oh, you'll be lucky at this time. Oh, hello, Mr. Smith.
Load of work, eh, Bert? Fair day.
Oh, I'll say.
Still think of the money you make.
The brewery's making, you mean? Have one, will you?
Oh, no, thanks. Just a couple of things I think you might be able to help me with.
All right.
Bit of trouble in here this afternoon, so they tell me.
Trouble?
Yeah, one of our specials reckons you'd a bit of trouble.
Oh, accident, yeah. One of our tables went over.
Couple of kids, he said.
I told him I wasn't able to sell.
How come?
I were in here. When I got through there, they'd gone.
They'd been in there, though, had they?
Aye.
Drinking, were they?
Hard to say. We were pulled out the place, you know.
Yeah, they'd hardly come in for anything else, though, would they?
No, I suppose not.
Underage, you reckon?
Not always easy to tell.
I'd say it was. In there long, were they?
Hard to say.
Just long enough to have a drink. Then you refused to serve them and they turned the table over. That how it was?
I refuse to serve him.
Pleased, were they?
Well,
They didn't threaten you with anything.
no.
Why didn't you tell our special about this when he asked you?
Would you have in my position?
Why not? Damage to property? Intimidation? You don't have to put up with that. Worried about your license, were you? You should know us better. We're here to protect you from that sort of thing.
If that's the way it worked.
How do you mean?
Friend of mine at a pub. Good pub. Good landlord, one of the best.
Huh?
One night a gang of kids come in. Underage, he thought, so he wouldn't serve them. Well, they started to turn the place over, so his missus called the police. Well, they nicked him all right. It were all in the paper. So, got around. A few weeks later, more trouble. All of a sudden, his pub were the place to go if you wanted a punch-up. You don't take your wife somewhere you know she's going to get a bottle at her head. Of course, the kids come in droves. More trouble. More police. More publicity. Well, he's driving a lorry for a living now.
So keep your mouth shut, eh? Say nothing and put up with it.
I'm just telling you the way things are.
Shouldn't have gone, Ethel. I told you not to.
No, I shouldn't, should I, Frank? You should have gone.
You still don't know what happened.
He told you what happened.
I know what he told me.
But to hear you talk, no one would think he was your own son.
I'm just glad, that's all.
Glad?
Glad it wasn't much worse.
Mrs. Forster, isn't it?
Sergeant Smith.
That's right.
You talked to us down at the Institute.
That's right.
I'm surprised you remember my name.
Habit of a lifetime, Mrs. Forster. Anyway, why not? You remembered mine. Well, why don't you put your feet up, eh? Have a nice cup of tea.
Yes, I'm getting a bit old for this sort of thing.
Everything straightforward for you, was it? More or less?
I think so.
Maybe you had a couple of kids in. One of our specials was keeping an eye on them.
Oh, yes, those two.
Trouble?
They were like animals. One of them, well, he didn't like the wine. He just spat it out. The wine was only for tasting, of course. They were drinking it like it were a public house or something. They kept wanting more.
Did you tell our special about it?
Well, no.
Why not?
Well, when they saw him, they went off. Besides, what'd be the point? There's no reasoning with young people these days. My husband has a garden. Had a garden. Well, we have this small house on the edge of the estate.
Aye.
He always enjoyed his gardening. Won prizes for it. They just laid it waste, the local children. And the more he tried to discourage them, well, it just added spice, you see. Finally, well, he isn't very strong. So I went round to see the parents. Told them they were making him ill. The abuse. You wouldn't believe it, Sergeant. We don't bother now.
Did you report this to the police?
No.
Why not?
Sergeant Smith, we have to live here.
Would you like a sweet then?
Is it that? Ken Ridgway?
Look, there's no need to cry, honest. We've been in touch with your mum, and she's on her way over.
Well, ask him to give me a ring as soon as he gets in, will you? Yeah, cheers.
Come on, let's go and have a cup of tea. Through here.
Bros and police, aren't Ridgway?
That's right, wipe the tears.
Yes, madam. Hold the line, please. Somebody's parked across the drive. Get the address and get somebody over there, will you, Harry?
Fair day.
Right, what do you want, Pooley?
Can I get off, Sarge?
Why not? You've made your little contribution for today,
Oh,
haven't you?
come on,
A large
Sarge.
shift.
Ta-da, then. Sarge?
What? Well, well, well.
Sergeant Ridgway.
Where the hell have you been? Come through.
Now, what road was that? Aye.
Right. Let's have it.
I went home.
We sent somebody around there. Couldn't get no reply.
I needed to think things out.
Now, there's a kid down the hospital with a busted nose. He reckons you did it. Did you?
It's about the beaten up, is it, Sergeant?
The beaten up?
I heard there were a kid beaten up. Behind the marquee here.
What could you tell me about that?
The kid were in here. So were the special.
Special?
My impression were that he definitely had it in for him for some reason.
What gave you that impression?
His attitude. I got the feeling he were hoping they would start something.
Why would he do that?
His hobby, right? Being a policeman.
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
I certainly got the impression he enjoyed his hobby.
Don't we all? Don't you enjoy yours? Playing trains. Get much trouble, do you? Exhibition like this?
I can usually pick out the troublemakers.
And these two didn't qualify, eh?
They certainly gave me no trouble.
On the other hand, of course,
What?
they didn't really get the chance, did they?
There will be a full investigation into all this, will there, Sergeant?
Don't worry, sir.
An accident.
That's right.
He just ran onto your fist.
I didn't thump him.
You broke his nose.
I didn't do that. He did that when he fell.
Sarge, Nenborough for you. Tea, Alec?
No, thanks.
All on your own?
The wife's popped out for a minute. Dennis is lying down.
Yeah, shaken up, I expect.
Yeah.
Oh, he left this behind at the hospital. They asked me to drop it off.
Oh, thanks. Very much.
I've got this flypaper mind, Mr. Bradley. Things stick to it. Little things. Insignificant, mostly. Other times...
Yeah?
Someone you said down the hospital. First time you saw what had happened. Didn't I tell you? That's what you said.
Don't remember.
I do. Been wondering about it ever since. Funny thing to say that, I thought.
I shouldn't have thought it was any of your business.
Nor would I, normally. On the other hand, one of my men's facing a serious disciplinary action.
Look, I've no idea why I said it. I mean, when you get a shot, you do say things, don't you?
They found this in the pocket of his jacket down the hospital. Someone I've never been able to understand that, you know? Why you got to have a license for a gun, not for a knife. Often more dangerous, really. Given the right circumstances, the right provocation. You did know he possessed this, didn't you?
I didn't know he had it on him today.
How often does he have it on him?
I suppose he takes it out sometimes, yeah.
And you say nothing?
Well, look, he's practically a grown man.
You are still his father.
Yeah.
You know, I've been getting this all day. People who say nothing, do nothing, just accept it and hope it'll go away.
Look, it's not as if he ever used it.
How do you know?
Can't ever have been a worse time bringing up a lad.
He's turned up, Sarge.
Where?
Interview room.
Well? The kid says you thumped him. You didn't thump him.
Not like that.
His nose is broken.
He did that when he fell.
How come he fell?
All right, I did cuff him. I just cuffed him. When I saw he'd done his nose, I tried to pick him up. He wasn't having any. He just lay there looking at me, grinning almost. He said as how he'd got me now. He'd tell everybody I hit him.
You did hit him?
I only cuffed him.
What difference do you think that makes? You hit him, he broke his nose. ABH, maybe GBH, open and shot, no messy. Who the hell do you think you are? He says you was harassing him.
No.
Leaning on him all afternoon.
No.
You knew they'd turned that table over in the pub, so you went looking for him. Then when you found him, you started following him.
No.
Then when you got him on his own, you thumped him.
It weren't like that.
Well, what were it like?
All right. I told him to stop it. He said, get stuffed. I told him again. I said, it's wide open round here. Women and children passing. For God's sake, the toilets are only 25 yards away. He just laughed. He laughed.
You hit him for that?
I told you, it were there. Right out in the open. Doesn't that matter? Even to you? You see, that's the most frightening part of it, isn't it? We've all just started accepting it. I tried to reason with him. I really tried. He laughed. I mean, there's no reasoning with him anymore, is there? I mean, what is going on? Why don't somebody do something? You read about that dolphin over at Bristol. Somebody fed it a rubber ball with nails through it. Kids pour petrol over other kids, set fire to them. We accept it. Shopkeepers have to barricade their shops because there's a football match on. Normal. Hardly worth a mention. Do what you like, say what you like. Never mind who's listening, never mind who gets hurt. If you don't like it, smash it. If you don't agree with it, shut it up. Sod authority, sod standards. God, haven't you heard he's been dismantled? But nobody's put anything in his place, have they? I tell you, there's a stink rising off this country as it's sicken a pig. And most on us don't even notice it anymore.
And that makes it right, does it? What you did? You should have nicked him. Done him for indecency. Do you remember the oath, Richards? That bit about serving without favour or affection, malice or ill will, to the best of your power, causing the peace to be kept and preserved. Don't you think I feel like hitting out sometimes? Any copper? When he's handling somebody who's just bashed an old lady's head in, planted a bomb, spat in your face. Sometimes you do. And every time you do, you're wrong. Dead wrong. Just lowering yourself to these standards you're on about. And more than that, giving them out there the chance to say just that. Leave your warrant card at the desk.
I've just had Bradley's father on the phone.
Oh, yeah?
He wants to withdraw the complaint.
What'd you say?
No way.
Right.
Oh, couple of messages for you from Bet.
Hey?
First message timed at 4 o'clock. Would you pick her up at the hospital?
Hey?
Second message timed at 5 o'clock. She's made her own way home on the bus.
Thanks.